tarmac there. Now, we also have new body cam footage from a stop Indiana police made during his cross-country drive to Pennsylvania with his father last month. Kohberger was in that white Hyundai, which authorities believe was linked to the crime scene. They were pulled over by police at least twice. Now, body cam footage of the second stop for speeding was released yesterday. Now, body cam video with sound has emerged of the first stop for tailing too closely the car in front of them, also in Indiana, and as it turns out, minutes before the second stop.
Hello, how you doing? How y'all doing today? Good, good. Take a look at your driver's license real quick if I could. He's right up on that van, man. He's right up on the back end of that van. I told you over the tailgating. Is this your car? Okay, cool. Where are you headed? Well, we're coming from WSU. And, what's WSU?
Later in that stop, Bryan Kohberger eerily mentions a SWAT team situation, which police near his college shot and killed a suspect who threatened to kill his roommates.
So you're coming from Washington State University, and you're going where? Oh, okay. We're trying to do much, right? Hours. Hours, days. Good drive. Okay. So what did you say about some SWAT team thing? Yeah. Where?
The officer wound up letting the two go with a warning. Indiana authorities have said they had no idea at the time that Kohberger was a suspect in the murders. We should point out the New York Times reporting tonight that he had gotten a new registration for that Hyundai Elantra car shortly after the murders. Let's bring in Anjanette Levy, correspondent, host for the Law and Crime Network, which I founded. She's on the ground at the airport on the Washington-Idaho border, has been covering this story extensively. All right, first of all, Anjanette, tell us what's going on the ground there in Idaho, and are we expecting to see that probable cause affidavit that could tell us a whole lot more about what led to this arrest?
Well, Dan, we're here, as you mentioned, at the Pullman Moscow airport, and he is gone. Bryan Kohberger is on his way, if he hasn't arrived already, at the Latah County Jail. And we don't expect to see that probable cause affidavit until after he's been served with it. He had to touch down here in Idaho, or actually we're in Washington State, so he actually had to cross the state line into Idaho before he could be served. So we won't see that more than likely until an initial appearance is held in Latah County Court. And we don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow. There's a lot of speculation that it could, but it hasn't been scheduled. And we were told earlier today, as of 4 o'clock or so, that hearing had not yet been scheduled.
What do we know about the jail that he's going to?
The jail is a 37-person. It can hold 37 inmates. That was what the sheriff, Richard Skiles, told me yesterday. I spoke with him briefly outside of the sheriff's office, which is connected to the Latah County Courthouse. And it's not a big place. The entire place is pretty small. I mean, this is a county. It's not a big populous county here in Idaho. So we were told that he will more than likely be separated from other inmates. He will, of course, be assessed. And he apparently has a strict vegan diet that he follows. And the sheriff told me that they would work to accommodate his needs on that front.
So they're both going to make sure that he's not with other inmates, and they're going to make sure that he's able to continue eating vegan?
Correct. He more than likely, is what the sheriff said, more than likely won't be mixed in with other inmates, but he will get that vegan diet. He said they would make some accommodations. He believed there were some places in town that could, fulfill those needs. Also, that was happening in Monroe County too. Most of these jails will make accommodations for people. So that happened in Monroe County in Pennsylvania. He got that vegan diet.
All right. Well, Anjanette, I know you want to move on now from the airport, now that he has moved on from that airport. And so we will let you do just that. thank you for coming on the program. Really appreciate it.